What is up, heisters? It is I, Almir. I am back again for yet another heist with Almir. What's up, everybody? How we doing, heisters? Hello, Almir. You're ready early this time. What do you mean early? It's 1 minute past. I'm supposed to get started now. What the frick, Nuclear? What's up, Moomin? Hello, Almir. How are you today? I'm good, man. I went to the barber yesterday, so I got this new sassy beard and hairdo going on. Let's go. SS Vic in the chat. Let's go. Big Prick says, are we drinking heavily in the studio? Yes, we are. Anyway, these noises, man. Yes, that was intentional, by the way. I do not sip like that usually. Mostly. Gidget the Goblin says, oh my god, if my mask making attempts fail, I'm absolutely gonna buy that one. My sweet baby is so cool. What the frick? Nuclear says, will you be trying Pay the Heist again? I will, but not today. We did not have time to prep it properly today, but because I had some issues last time. But we'll try again. Gidget the Goblin says, if you ever shave your beard, can we hold a virtual funeral? If I have shaved my beard in the past, but if I shave it completely again, you'd like to have a virtual funeral. Okay. What is up, YouTube chat? Dead Game 3 says Greg Fix. How dare you, Greg Fix? How dare you? Say that to my face. Step out of your anonymous YouTube account. Come in here into Stockholm and say that to my face. I dare you, Greg Fix. Yo-Yo Bag in the YouTube chat says anything but heisting. What the frick, broski? What's with the YouTube attitude today? What the frick, guys? Cloaker says, like your beard, Almir. Thank you so much, Cloaker. Denis Bilekok says, salut Almir, I am from France. Salut Denis. Ça va? Is it good? Oui? Alexander GRV says, you look like Hasanabi. What the frick? What is up, Higginator? Oh. Damien Sin in the chat saying, now, first question of the day, Almir. How was your day? And are you ready for the weekend? Those are actually 2 questions. Thank you very much. But I will accept it this time. First question, how was your day? Good. I was a bit sleepy though, so I took a nap. And after I was done with the nap, everyone was like, Amir, how was the nap? Amir, I saw you took a nap. How was the nap? I was like, can you shut the frick up? Can a toast get a nap without everybody talking about it? Apparently not. 01411 says, Almir is daring us. Nate Dog 82 Gaming in the YouTube chat saying, if you're asking for Payday 3 news, please just calm down. Patience is important, and what's patience without fun? Regardless, nice seeing Almir still doing live streams. Thank you so much, Nate Dog. Really appreciate the support, broski. Saint21 says, good day, people. What's up, Saint21? Oops, I gotta ready up. Ready that video game up. Gidget the Goblin with that highlighted message saying, how was your dinner with our best man, Dragan? If you didn't know, heisters, if you do not frequent my social media, I had a dinner with Dragomir Mrsic, aka Dragan, the actor who portrays our dearly beloved Dragan the Heister. This Tuesday, we had a lot of fun. Good catching up, talking to my guy. Oh, it was good, Gidget. Thank you for asking. We ate some Serbian food, some Balkan food. It was very tasty.
Ready, player one.
What do you think about this? Oh! Surprise, mother flubber. Damien says this heist is boring, go loud. That's exactly what I did, broski. Urban Zone 03 says, did Dragan express his feelings to Payday series? Of course, yes, man. He has nothing but love for Payday. Dragomir is a big Payday fan, and he's a big Payday community enthusiast. He enjoys the community a lot. Octavio45476 says, with the first time chat, this map is my favorite. I also agree it is a very good map. Maybe not my favorite, but for sure a very good map. Karatatai says, screw Armor 2.0 update, we need more Hoxton content. Some more of that Schmoxton schmontent. Some more of that. Actually, I'd love it. Imagine if we did like an update just focusing on Hoxton. So we'd be like doing new voice lines for Hoxton. Maybe give the gang 2 new Hoxton outfits to use. That would be so much fun, wouldn't it? Gidget the Goblin says, best Balkan food is halushki. I will be taking no comments. How dare you? How dare you, Gidget the Goblin, come into my house, aka my stream, and tell me that cevapcici isn't your favorite. Come on. What are you doing? Why are you embarrassing yourself? I want to sound like that guy. What's his name? The actor. What are you doing? What's his name? Oh, I can't make his voice now. Just you're putting me on the spot, community. Chat. What's his name? He's got such a unique style. Can't remember. Eh? Eh? Higgy says, Almir, after today, my PC will no longer have stutters. I'm doing a big upgrade to it. Whoa, broski, what are you doing? What are you changing up? What the frick? And do you have anything for me? I'd love a new computer. I'd also love a large ass screen. Thank you very much. Linkor Project in the chat saying, oi, that's Mr. Beard. Hello, Almir. Hello, chat. What is up, Linkor Project? Tony the Tony in the chat saying, Almir, when is the next update? Yo, bro, I don't have any word as of now on when the next update will hit. I will let you know as soon as the developer team lets me know. I am eager to share the news with you. The heist exists that we are working on. It is very, very cool. I am very excited to talk more about it. Very excited about Armor 2.0. That is also close to fruition. But exactly when we'll drop it all, let me get back to you on that. Payday 3 on Switch 2. When? Darkstar. Very good question. No word on that as of now. Curly Fry says in the YouTube chat, mind you, does Almir read YouTube chat live? Yes, I do, my friendski, and I just highlighted your message by verbalizing it to the Payday community live from Stockholm, Sweden. So there you go. Broscarini. File name empty with that solid payday PFP saying, is the developer team on the table, on the radar? No, the laugh there, the Salacious B Crumb laugh was my own addition. He did not write that. But he did write the other stuff. And to that I reply, no. They're not on the table or on the radar. The devs are next to the table, next to the radar, working on the game, making those qualitative improvements, making sure you heisters have the best heist experience we can provide. Thank you very much. Spider Wire TTV saying 3 months, no update. The game is not fun. I agree. 3 months is a long time to wait. I'm very sorry for that on our behalf. For some new content, I look forward to sharing more details with you when I'm allowed to. You know, I can't tell you much before I'm allowed to. Yeah. Urban Zone 03 says only one person work on Armor 2.0. No. Almir, what's your honest expectation for the future of Payday 3? I heard the company is not in a good state, says Geeko. My honest expectations for the future of Payday 3 is that I hope and wish and want us to work on Payday 3 for as long as we can. But ultimately, that is beyond my personal control, what we do as a studio and what we don't do. But I know every time we do an update for Payday 3 that is qualitative, the community has rewarded us by putting in their time, right? And what else can you ask from a community, really? Frey the Frey in the YouTube chat saying, been a while since I watched your streams, King. It's been a while. What is up, Frey? Hope you're doing well. Do we have any sort of news that can keep us at least excited for the future? Bro, welcome back to the stream. Thank you for the kind message. And I wish I had some awesome news to share today to get you all excited. Unfortunately, I don't have any news today, but I look forward to sharing news. Whether it's the next stream or the stream after that. We have been working on stuff that I'm eager to show you all. There was a heisting with Sebastian 3 years ago. Yes, we asked him to stream until we violently realized that it was not a good idea. ZB Wolfie saying, Almir, I would like to donate $1 billion to get the game update. What the? I think that's a lot of money, man. We could make a lot of content with that money. Zeus TKM say, oh, he didn't say the yawn, that's me. Zeus says, hey Almir, I hope you're fine. Some months ago I asked you about news of the masks coming back to the merch store. You know anything about that? Thanks. No news as of now, but I do know our merch team knows the value and the interest in the masks. So I hope we can do more of that. Notorious 265 saying, Almir, how in God's name do you manage to read comments and play the game at the same time? Well, I don't need to play the game if I'm dead. Now do I? No, but when I was carrying the team just before, I sacrificed myself to keep Mad Whiskers, Neoneki, and Glismistr PL alive. Just before I did that, I was indeed reading comment, playing the game at the same time. Thank you very much for noticing. You know, heisters, getting that kind of skills, you know, it doesn't just come to you, okay? You have to marinate it deep in your soul, okay? Because you know what they say, Easy Illuminati, Almir, I still have faith, you and me both, broski. You know what they say, when the heister is ready, the wanker will appear. When the heister is ready, the wanker will appear. Remember that. You can thank me later, okay? Latin Striker says, my guy, let's not marinate anything, please. This is Latin Striker. Okay, chat. I need one of you to do a Studio Ghibli prompt of an Almir meme. Okay? I want to see an Almir meme as a Studio Ghibli chat GPT Dale prompt. Is that, do you think, when they named Dali or Dale, do you think they had I was about to say Pittsburgh. I mean Pitbull, the singer. Do you think they had him in mind? Dale, Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 365. Yoichi's wifey TTV in the chat saying, the legendary Almir Listo. It is I. It is I. Dale Pitbull Petty 3 confirm. Making some math. I will tell you, Pitbull was interested in doing a collab with us. Did you know that? For Payday 3. This was before launch. We were talking about potentially doing a celebrity endorsement. We ultimately went with Ice-T, as you all recall, who portrays the character of Mac in Payday 3. But I know for a fact that Pitbull, the artist, knows Payday music, thinks it rocks, and would love to do some Payday stuff. Yeah, legit, Mr. 305. Yeah, Latin Striker. It was Worldwide, Mr. 305. Done it. Yes, that's the very guy. Hinorik says, game will become easier after Armor 2.0. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Do, 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 do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Alania Massity says, hi, Almir. I hope you're well. Are the Mask Mania masks cancelled? I'm sure players would be happy if they were just added to the weekly mask rotation we have right now. They're not cancelled, and I'm sure they would, especially since players have waited for 9 frickin' months. But they're not cancelled. They're still in development, and I hope they will be added to the game as soon as humanly possible. But it is out of my hands, my friend. It is up to the developers to add it. Zeus says, thanks for the Almir. My pleasure, Zeus. How could I not answer the King of Kings, the Zeus, the Lord of Mount Olympus? Atomic Dominic says, hey Almir, hope you're having a good day. Are there any plans to add more contractors or flesh out existing ones? We'll see. Chat, if you were to steal a Studio Ghibli character on a themed heist, who would it be? I think I'd go for a heist inside Howl's Moving Castle, stay Totoro, and be picked up by Bile on a Porco Rosso skin. Yo, we're cherry picking from all the movies, aren't we? Kiluminati says, is the secret live yet? So anyway. Zeus, your son has returned, says Linkor. What the frick? Ooh. Yo, I got the endless bag bug. Oh, that sucks. Urban Zone 03 says, do you think there are still things that could change drastically with Armor 2.0, or have you settled on a version that you feel comfortable with and are currently in the fine-tuning state? I'd say we're in the fine-tuning state, the Urban Zone. It's only a question of time before the update goes live, but exactly when it does, I can't tell you yet. But I know Armor 2.0 is in a very good state, and we're very excited to release it to you all. ZB Wolf says, I think modding support could be a bigger draw than Armor 2.0. Do you think that is someone will get this year? There are some good ones already out there. People can mod Payday 3 today, although we do not have a formal policy or formal process in place. I would love ZB Wolf to open it up more for modding. You will know, having been a Payday veteran, how my personal stance on modding is. You know that I care deeply about the modding community. I think they've done a fantastic job over the years with Payday, and I wish them nothing but success with their mods, but also, you know, the best tools possible to deliver on that. Mothman Gerald with a highlighted message saying, Almir, how do you feel about the new trailer for Tomodachi Life? I haven't seen it. It sounds like a Japanese movie. Unaided Mage saying, Almir, you said that the update is being tested offline and you cannot know about all the bugs in advance if they are connected to the server. Then why can't you have a dedicated server check for updates before the release? I do believe we do have different branches where we test stuff before release, but on the topic of, you know, having live branches or setting things up, we are talking about opportunities, ways where we can involve the community in future updates in a better way, but I have nothing additional to share on that as of now. I think it's a great topic, and I do think there is a lot left for us to do to improve that. Almir endorses the Almir bullet sound confirmed. Inorik says, Almir, what percentage of completion is Armor 2.0 and the next Heist percentage? Says Inorik. That might be more than I can say right now, but I can tell you that they are closer to being done than not. So it's not too far off, okay? But then, you know, you have to remember, even if the update itself is done, i.e. even if the developer is ready with their content, right? Let's say the Armor 2.0 is complete. We still have to agree with our publisher, find a good date with our platform partners, Sony and Microsoft and Steam, etc. And so on and so forth, and make sure that it releases as intended and works as intended and so on. Lucas says, update news. What's taking so long? Good question. I wish I could tell you. I'm not allowed to say anything as of now. I will tell you as soon as I'm allowed to share anything new. But I hear you. It's been 3 months. You guys are waiting. You're being frustrated. I get that completely. It's not the first time in the Payday community where we've been in this position where I've said, soon, and you've been like, what the frick, Almir? Are you like a broken record or something? What the frick, Almir? GG. Why does Almir become blurry? Because I think the camera setup here is not done properly, or maybe I screwed something up when I poked the thing last time. Killuminati asks, any more collabs? Maybe, but I don't think we'd announce it beforehand. Volt says, is there any way the community could help the developers out, push out more official updates? No, nothing as of now I think you can do. We just need to get the thumb out of our, you know what. Mackie says, will we get the information in the coming weeks? Starbreeze said 2 years ago. I hope so, yeah. But like I said, it's not. I don't decide, Mackie, when we say stuff. I ask, can I say this now? Mackie really wants to know. And they tell me, not yet. You have to wait for this or that or what have you. Alanimacity says, Almir, if you could make anything happen by tomorrow, what would that be? It would be making myself invisible. I would love the ability to be invisible and the ability to fly. Fly away. Are those too big? Maybe you were thinking of something more concrete, like maybe a new heist or something, but yeah. Invisibility, inhuman strength, and the ability to fly. And that thing Magneto does is also cool, with the you know, that he can destroy stuff. I wouldn't want the Xavier mind reading thing. I think I'd lose my shit because people are so freaking stupid. I'd be reading their thoughts all the time. I would not want to. I'd still have to do it, and I'd just be pissed as heck. People with the silly ass thoughts. I'd be hearing Whistler's mind, and all I'd hear is C4 and sauce, C4 and sauce, C4 and sauce. I don't need to hear that. I already know that. Okay, it's much cooler to be able to like bend shit with my mind, man. Feel me? Motec says you probably don't remember Almir, but last year people asked about an auto shotgun in the game, like for example the Russian AA-12 shotgun. People like me still want it. Maybe a Hotline Miami heist with Russians as a DLC. Pretty please. Love the idea, dude. No word on it as of now. I would love to see a new shotgun myself from a fellow shotgun lover to another. Fabricade in the chat. Good seeing you, broski, with a highlighted message saying, I plead, don't allow Payday 3 to go the same direction as 2. This game should be its own game. Anyways, I agree. It should be its own game. It should not just try to copy Payday 2, you know? But it can at least do whatever Payday 2 does better. That's the problem. That's the real problem with Payday 3 when we launched, right? And still to this day. It's not a question of Payday 3 being worse than Payday 2 as a game. It's a question of Payday 3 where it fails. It feels it's pandering to the Payday 2 audience, but not living up to its legacy, right? And I have a very good example of this. It might sound small, but I know it means a lot to you hardcore heisters out there. And it's the topic of weapon stats and weapon bars, right? You remember in Payday 2 we had weapon bars initially, because we at the time, 12 years ago, thought, yeah, this is a great idea. Of course the community wants to see the weapon bar. And you were like, nah, bro, we don't give a shit about weapon bars because they don't tell us nothing. We want stats. So we made that happen in Payday 2, all right? Fast forward 10 years, it's like we forgot about that. We add weapon bars again. Of course the community is pissed. And this is, for me, an extremely symbolic case when it comes to Payday 3. Why did we not do that freaking properly? Doesn't matter today. It is what it is. But that is a very clear, to me, indicator of, you know, the issues at hand. Linker Project says, okay, Almir, ready up. Sorry about that. Thank you, Commander CH, for highlighting that for me. You're not allowed to say anything about updates, but what about fixing a button on Wolf's coat? I would never. We'll look into that, Linker Project. I assume there's a clipping issue or something. Blue Shell Redux says, Payday 3 is struggling due to lack of updates, but the updates being broken and features people ask for being pushed to the side, so the few people here can ask for the upteenth time how many collabs we're getting. Almir, you need to ready upload. Don't tell me what I need to ready up for. Gidget. Goblin. What did I buy you for? To make me sad? Lol, you good, my dude. Cheers. You're gonna break Commander, hit that ready up button. Yeah. We all know Commander has a hard time with the readying up button. Look at that full moon, though. Whoa. Heister says, did you know that you always see the same side of the moon? That's why the album is called Dark Side of the Moon, with the pink and the Floyd.
Hello.
So you always see the same side of the moon, you know? So if I move over here, it's still the same side of the moon, like when I stood over here, right? Science. Higgy says, motherboard, GPU, CPU, PSU, RAM, DLSS 2. Fans are all being upgraded today. Let's see if this one works out. Lol. That's awesome, Higgy. That's awesome, man. After his horrible take on StarCraft versus Mass Effect, I don't want to hear his TED Talks on anything. How dare you, Gidget? How dare you? You know I am right.
You make a
when
very
I say
persuasive point,
that
Commander.
StarCraft, and I'm not talking about StarCraft 2, okay, in other words. StarCraft and StarCraft Brood War is the best sci-fi adaptation in video game history. I will fight you on that hill, Gidget the Goblin.
I can say anything I want and it'll be fact.
MG David 1989 says, hello there, Almir. I have a question. Is the skill system overhaul that have been your team on the roadmap, is that in the works or is it not more coming? I hope that is not cancelled. It's not cancelled. Absolutely not. It's in the works. I have no information to share, though, regarding its status as of now, but it has not been cancelled. If we were to cancel anything like that, we will. It's the moment of truth.
Did you know that chains lifts 15
Are you okay with it?
kilogram
No, dude, I
weights
just threw 3 hand
every
grenades.
15
You're
minutes?
absolutely not okay. Smoking says, yeah, he wrong as hell on that Mass Effect take for real. What are you talking about, Smoking? And why do you sound that so funny when you talk? You know I'm right. Mass Effect 1, it's a strong story, but if you look at the universe of Mass Effect, it's not as interesting as the StarCraft universe. You have to agree with me. Mass Effect, especially 1, is a great game, okay? But the StarCraft universe, though, right?
Did you know that Jacket is a water gun? Because he has a third arm to use the tape player.
Killuminati with LOL. Jillby_6 says, I would like bars to be removed and attachments should have a greater impact. Yes. Yes. Yes, God. Please. Gilby.
No, right.
What Gilby said.
30 kilogram
attachments
every day
do too little in Payday 3. It doesn't make any... doesn't make a difference. You know? Still love you though, Smoking. Dude, I'm right and you're wrong, Smoking.
That'd be amazing.
Cheers, dude.
Let's try it.
Doug Player Pro says, since Houston were Hoxton's old mask in Payday 2 and it doesn't seem to be present on him in this game, I think it's safe to say that Hoxton's old mask, what do you say, is gone for good.
I can't talk over him, it's confusing.
Gidget, here we go, and again with the Goblin mode comment. That's because StarCraft is a rip-off of Warhammer, as aggressively confirmed by my 40k lore-obsessed friend. Please don't ban me. I don't give a frick what your 40k friend says. That's bullcrap. StarCraft is the best. Like Toad says in Mario Kart. I'm the best. Haven't you heard that? That's StarCraft, Gidget. Urban Zone 03 says, how can we send you any suggestions for Payday 3? We care about improving the game to the best experience, but we cannot suggest your website when that doesn't work. We have had some issues with the feature upvote page, but that is the place where you share ideas and stuff you want us to work on. And I will let you know when I have more details on it, if it's not working as intended right now. Big Ol' Beef says, Payday 3 has actually been so fun for me and my friends. When I first dropped, we set our sights on beating the campaign all the way through stealth. Thanks for making baller game, and I'm glad I spent my money on the expansions. Thank you so much, Big Ol' Beef. Means a lot hearing that. Obviously, there is still a lot of work to be done, a lot of content to be added, and details to be improved. But I do believe Payday 3, if given the right opportunities and resources, will get there. Ronin says, when collab with Warhammer?
This all get people. Did you know that change is actually black?
I would rather collab with StarCraft. Big Oil is bigger than StarCraft, says Smokin. Smokin is out tonight to make enemies, I see. We've got a bit of a Scarface moment going here with Smokin'. He's thinking he's bigger. He's bigger than us. We need to put him down. Chat is out for blood today.
Did you know that Joy has the only arcade machine that is based on Godzilla PS3 game?
Do I sing well, Heisters? Thank you very much. Can't wait for massive gasoline heist to return. What would be hilarious, speaking of massive gasoline heist not returning, is what if Crime Boss would make a big oil parody heist called Massive Gasoline? I would laugh my socks off. I don't know about you, Heisters, but I would take my Slam 10 and I would choke on it. That would be so funny. No? Kartatai says plus. I am assuming that is positive, given the fact that plus means positive. Wait, Almir was supposed to play the heist. Indeed I was, but we had not prepped it for me
After
today. So
we discovered that the cops aren't clones,
Smokin' says,
the
lol,
payday crew
StarCraft is
switched to
dope,
rubber
jokes
bullets
aside. Yeah,
so as to not
dude, I've been
deplete
saying all
the
time.
police population.
Frick. Do 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 do. What the? Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? I wanna know. My heister. Dun, 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 dun. Product. Hi, Almir.
Did you know that
What's
the
up,
paycheck
product?
gang has Dallas, but spelt with a B.
I wanna know. Damien Sin says, frick it, the next big leak. Almir Listo is currently working on the next summer soundtrack for Payday 3. Yeah, you can hear that, right? I'm leaking all the new good songs here live.
Next Payday heist.
Big old Beef says, I've never done this heist on loud. Is it more fun than stealth? I think if you do this heist stealth, I think it's more enjoyable when you complete it. But I am what we call a loud boy, which means I prefer yelling on the top of my lungs, shooting, goofing, and gaffing with my guns. Wow, look at that skyline. Holy crapperino. Retro_Q says, hey Almir, I've been playing Payday for a while and I just want to say love your games. Thank you so much. Awesome stuff. Keep those helmets flying. I'm gonna go down.
Oh,
down.
No. How's it going?
Press defend me. There we go. What the frick? Can't wait to hear what Gustavo has been cooking next. Yeah, you can always trust Gustavo to make a proper Payday banger. Chat, I just saw that Makudo, McDonald's here in Stockholm, Sweden, just reintroduced their very popular chicken McWrap, or whatever the frick it's called. You enjoy that, Heisters? You enjoy the wrap? Have you eaten a McDonald's wrap? They do it very fresh. Almir, I love watching you carry these heists. Lol, says Joycey. I know, Joycey, because you're just in awe over my extreme skill. You're like, how did he do that? He moved like they do. How does he?
It's canon that Almir has the moves like Jagger.
Oh Okay.
I don't know why he can't hear me, but I will see about figuring it out.
Kilominati says, do you like Sweden metal music? Yeah.
A bunch of questions, but we can't
You know
answer
Sweden's the home of metal music, right? Susmir says C-Box.
And he's...
I shoot you in the lower part. When I shoot him point blank, he should die. We need
Did you know that Huxton took up Mongolian throat singing in the 5 years between this game and Payday 2?
Shield down.
I'm in the pickle position.
Did you know that dragon's
We
favorite
good,
fruit
pain,
is dragon fruit?
I pick it up.
I don't know how many people in chat are actually commenting on it.
Can I make it?
I think. Oh wait, no, not Commander. I don't know how to pronounce that. Aluminum City.
In the correct way. Guys, I'm coming. Don't leave without me, guys.
Did you know that wolf
like
was
so
once
ready and
abducted
stuff?
by aliens, and that's why his nightmares are all left up?
I'm like so ready. You got this, Almir. Of course I got it, Joycey. Come on, bro. I know you're just saying that for the suspense of the stream. But you know I already got this shit. Hey, I'm good,
Did you know
You know we good, man. Not metal, but smash into pieces is such a banging Swedish rock
Did
band.
you know that the alien language was translated from English to the alien language and then back again?
Here, okay? You can't just mention something Swedish. Okay?
JJ, by the way.
Metal. Missing number 910 says, yeah, the Spas 12 really needs a buff. It got ruined by the shotgun rework, removing armor penetration from shotguns despite that kind of being its gimmick. Yeah. Yeah. Bad call if you ask me, but it is what it is. We do not have time for another heist, broski. I'm going to wrap this stream up shortly, but before I do, I'm gonna answer a few more questions. The Soy Boy 520 says, by the way, when is the Fortnite collab coming? Still waiting on it. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, Soy Boy. We have not announced. What is up with me? We need to fix this focus. It's weird that I'm like going in and out of focus. It's like a fever dream. I haven't heard them yet. I have not heard them. I'll have to check them out. Green screen is out of line on your right. We can see the dungeon. Dun 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 dun. +1 yawn, says Embion. What the frick? Good stream as always, Judge Almir. Thank you so much, Joycey. I feel a lot of big words from the community today in today's stream. Talking smack about StarCraft and shit like that. Don't you ever come into my house telling me that Mass Effect is bigger than StarCraft, okay? Just don't. Thank you, Gidget, for your understanding. When the new update, says Game Arcade? That is a very good question, my friend. We will share more details about the next update. The team is working very hard on finalizing all the details for Armor 2.0 and all the other juicy stuff we're dropping. Let me get back to you on that, alright? Booms303 says, have a great day, Almir. Likewise, broski. I didn't say Mass Effect was bigger. I said Warhammer was. Gidget, StarCraft is bigger, better, bolder, more thought-provoking, more beautiful, more artistically fulfilled, music-wise, better. I will say, though, that the Mass Effect Galaxy song and the ending song, in the outro, those two are bangers. But that Galaxy song in Mass Effect 1 is so freaking good. I will give them that. But still doesn't beat StarCraft music. Alright, broskis. We love you, Almir, even if you are wrong about Mass Effect, says Wolfie. On that note, let's end the stream. I might be wrong about Mass Effect, but at least I'm right about Big Oil. Frick that shit. Thank you so much, Heisters. Have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you Tuesday. This is Almir Listo, a.k.a. Mr. Big Oil, a.k.a. Mr. No Big Oil, signing out. Have a good one. Bye now.